Hey guys, Dagan07 back with a new video, new product review video. What is it exactly? Let's dive into the unboxing. So when you get the package in the mail, it comes in a white box that has just this generic label on it called wireless lavalier microphone. Let's go ahead and open up the box and see what's inside. Okay, so we have this cool little carrying case. It has some rigidity into it, flexes a little bit, but pretty good protection for the stuff that's on the inside. Let's go ahead and open up and see what we got. Dun 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 dun. So we have the receiver. Looks like it's wrapped in some blue cellophane wrap. We have the microphone part. Has a nice little clip on it. Also has blue cellophane wrap. And we have the foam piece, the foam tip that goes to the microphone. Looks like they also send us some headphones. Let's take a look at these real quick. These seem to have a USB-C end on it. Let me see if I can get this in focus for you. 1 second. There you go. So USB-C, and then the headphones themselves, the earbuds look actually quite comfortable. So pretty decent build on those, and looks like we also get a charging cable, a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. Let's go ahead and take the case and put this away, and let's take a look at the rest of the stuff in a little bit more detail. So this is the receiver that plugs into your iPhone. This is good for pretty much any iPhone that uses a lightning charging cable. The cool thing about it is it has a pass-through, a lightning pass-through, so you can actually have it plugged in and charging at the same time. The microphone piece, like I said, doesn't come with the foam tip on it, so we have to put that on there. Let's go ahead and get this put on. Do it very gently so you don't rip it, because they only give you one. And the cool thing about the microphone piece is it does use a USB-C input to charge it. It charges right there on the side. You can also put the headphones in that same USB port and use your headphones to monitor kind of what you're saying if you're recording like a voiceover or something. However, if you're using it in a video, probably not a practical application at that point. Let's go check out and see what this sounds like. A couple caveats that I want to start with before we dive into kind of the full review as this is. I did have to take off my case for my phone because it was making enough connection to send power, and it would power the device and it would say that the mic was connected, but it actually wasn't. This actually took me a little while to troubleshoot because I was like, you know, if it's plugged in and it's getting the power and you're getting signal, and this is the microphone is connected to the receiver and everything, it should be working. So I thought there was actually an issue with my product, and there actually wasn't. I had to take the case off to get it to make a full connection. So that's kind of one knock on it. The other knock is, at least with the default iPhone camera application, there's no way to tell that there's any signal being sent in. Like, you kind of have to go into like the memo recorder, the voice recorder, and see if you're getting any kind of wavelengths with that. And even still, if it's not connected properly, it's going to pick up from the phone microphone. So that was something that I didn't like too much. But let's dive into the rest of this review and let's see if there's anything else going on with it. All right, so for the rest of this video, we're just going to go straight, no audio editing, no filters or anything, because I really want you to hear what the mic sounds like on its own. I wanted to bring it outside. I feel a lot of content creators would be using the mic outdoors, TikTokers using it outdoors, because you can set your phone quite a distance away from you now and be able to have a conversation with the camera, your audience, or what have you. So the reason why I came outside is I want to be able to test for wind. It is a little windy out here today. We have cars driving by, so I want to see if it picks up car noises like this car driving by right now. And just to be able to test the distance. The description for the product says that you can use it up to 65 feet. I'm not gonna go anywhere near 65 feet. That's like 2 houses down or something like that. But I will go to my next door neighbors and, you know, we'll test it. I'll stand behind the tree
that whole line of sight. You know, is there a difference when there's a line of sight when you're breaking like direct contact or direct connection with the receiver on the phone? So right now I'm standing about 4 foot away from the camera. I would expect this to be doing well. We have wind blowing to my back. I'm going to turn around here in a second and I'm going to walk backwards. We'll see if there's any wind noise that comes through. This is the default standard mode. I can push the button again, and let me bring this up closer to the camera to where maybe you can see it. But right now, you should see a blue light right here, blue LED. Now, if I single tap the power button that's right here on the back, it should turn to a green light, which it did. And what this is this should be kind of the noise reduction mode to try to let go of any ambient noise. I'm going to go ahead and change this back for now for this test. So I did switch it back to the blue. I don't know if you can see it in there. For the remainder of this test, I don't want to use, I'll do a noise reduction test after we handle the main meat and potatoes of this, and we'll see a difference. But one thing that is kind of cool is this clip actually comes off and you can use it just as a regular microphone that I've seen a lot of TikTokers do. A lot of them have a wired mic that goes with it. That can be annoying sometimes. That limits your distance away from the camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on for right now as a regular lapel mic. And let's go ahead and just do the distance check, the noise check. Like, this would be worst case scenario for ambient noises and stuff. Dogs barking in the background, cars driving by, wind. So let's go ahead and check that out. So I'm facing into the wind. The wind's not blowing super heavy right now, but there are vehicles driving down by this at the end of the street there. And I'm about, I don't know, 15 feet away from the camera at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and take a walk behind the tree. You might be able to hear leaves crunching underneath my feet. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on or an ear out for when, you know, listening to the audio. I'm just gonna keep going backwards, go all the way to my next door neighbors. Ta-da.
Hey guys, post-production Dagan07 here, in the process of doing the editing, and you guys just heard what I heard, which is the reason why I'm interrupting right now. As you can see, this mic is probably not the best choice for you if you're going to be behind objects, or if the microphone is going to be obstructed, or the line of sight for the microphone is going to be obstructed to the receiver. As you hear, the farther back that you get, and if there's any obstructions in the way, it sounds like there's going to be some artifacting. Does that make this the wrong choice for you? I think for the price point for the microphone, I think it's fantastic. Be aware if there's anything that's going to cause any kind of obstruction from the microphone to the receiver. Am I going to have my back turned to the camera? Is the receiver going to have to try to reach the microphone through my body? These are things that you're going to have to think about as you're planning your shoots. Now, does that make this microphone a bad microphone? No, I think for the price, it's fantastic. Again, link down in the description below for it. And let's continue on with the video and see if there's anything else going on.
Ta-da. And it's a beautiful day outside. We're not worried too much about the camera shot as much as we are about the audio here. And I'll zoom in as needed, but right now, staying we're probably a good, I don't know, 25 feet away. So I have a green light on it. That's how you know you're in noise reduction mode. And we might hear a little bit, it might sound a little more muffled, or we're going to see when we go back and review the audio, and you guys can be the judge. Hiding behind the tree again. I'm actually hiding it behind my hand as well. I don't know if you can see it. I'm hiding it behind my hand as well, and I'm putting it back on my shirt. Coming back up. I don't know. You guys be the judge of the quality of this. There's been a lot of really positive reviews. This was sent to me by the company to review this, and I'm super stoked to review it for them. But now that we've kind of put it through a little bit of a pace here, let's go ahead and load it back onto the computer, and let's listen to it.
So for the price of $34 at the time of the recording of this video, is this worth the pickup? For any content creator, I'm going to say yes. In most instances, you're not going to be hiding behind something, or you're not going to have anything obstructing. There might be the occasional time where you have your back turned, but I mean, in all reality, when you're doing any kind of content creation, you probably shouldn't have your back turned to the camera anyway. So, I mean, it's small, it's discreet, it makes it super easy to travel. You can pack it in your luggage, you can carry it in your pocket. You can just, I mean, this isn't that big to keep in your pocket. It's a little bulky, but it's not doable. And I think it is 100% worth it to not have to be tethered to your phone. Taking the cell phone case off, that was a kind of a bummer to me, because now, okay, that's an extra thing that you have to keep up with and risk losing, when you're out on location where you're shooting or what have you. But I mean, it's great for interviews to be able to just take it off, pass it to the next person. We see a lot of content creators creating stuff on their mobile devices, doing interviews from their mobile devices, and having this rather than having a long string or a long cable connected to it. If it's on a tripod, you run the risk of, A, damaging your phone, or B, knocking the tripod over and damaging a whole lot more. So picking this up for $34, $35, like I said, at the time of this video, I think it should be in every mobile content creator's arsenal. And even for me, if there's times where I'm not gonna have my camera with me, the camera that I'm using to shoot this, if I don't have that camera with me, my phone is an excellent camera that I can shoot 4K 60 with and be able to use this and create really high quality videos. Is it going to take some post-production work for the audio? Yeah, but what doesn't? It's going to take a little bit more, but it's not enough to deter me from saying, no, don't pick this thing up. So that's going to be what I'm going to leave this with. Pick one of these up. It's $34, $35 from Amazon. Link in the description below. If you purchase it, it helps out the channel. Really appreciate that. And until the next time, guys, for the next review video or the next video in general, we'll see you next time.